Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. It's Monday night between the hours of 9 and probably 10:30 or 11 o'clock, whatever we designate the time to be, because we're always running our mouth and talking. But it is time for In the Paint Media Group. We are here. Thank you for joining us once again. My name is Rodney Jones. I'm your host slash moderator, and joining me is the man that created the show, Mr. Mark A. Cunningham, also known on here as Max 611. Brother, how you feeling tonight?
I'm good. I'm good, man.
All right.
Seeing somebody get, I haven't used this in a while, but
Right.
somebody got their dream shattered the other night.
Dream My God,
Because
that's
I'm the
awful.
dream shatterer.
Oh God. Okay, I don't know what dreams you're shattering, but okay, that's your designation. Then so be it. I agree. Yeah, somebody's jaw got seriously tapped, and it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. So with that being said, we're gonna get into this real quick. The first thing on the docket tonight, obviously, was on the screen. Gervonta Tank Davis, knocking out Leo Santa Cruz. It was great. First of all, let me just say this too. The thing that it was from start. Uh-oh, I don't know what the hell's going on. But is that somebody talking? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, something's cracking me up here. But from start to finish, this pay-per-view boxing card was pretty much a damn good one. You know what I'm saying? From the first fight until the main event, and Mark, I guess I had to dip out for because there's some background noise I heard. But let me tell you something. Getting back to the main event, I gotta tell you guys, I'm seriously impressed with this guy, Gervonta Davis, man. He absolutely did his thing. It was a well fought fight, you know what I'm saying? Leo Santa Cruz was trying to hang with him, but at the same time, it just wasn't working. You know, they say styles make the fights, and I gotta be honest with you, he hung. He tried to like I was talking to Mark a little bit offline, and he was saying that he tried to stand toe to toe with this guy, and that wasn't going to work because I even predicted a seventh round either KO or TKO, and I was one round shy because it happened in six.
It came early.
It did. It came. A lot of I don't know why people thought it was going to be longer. My thing is like Davis's power was the difference in my mind. You know what I'm saying? As far as Santa Cruz. Oh, you got somebody here. Hold on for a second. Two people here. All right. Good evening. The Snowman is back for another one.
Surprise!
I wasn't surprised at all. I kind of figured that. I said I knew.
It's that guy.
And also my man from North Carolina. There he is. My man Dominic. Thanks for joining us, gentlemen. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good. How are you?
Jets.
Excellent, brother. Excellent. Just talking about this that pay-per-view fight that just passed this weekend. My man Gervonta Davis put it on this guy Santa Cruz, and I was saying, and the funny thing is, I just talked about this to Mark. I said, "Yo, I was predicting this a knockout or technical knockout in the seventh round. I was one round shy.
I don't want a technical knockout. I want a straight up KO.
Well, you got you got it.
like they doing. Is it Marvel versus Capcom? I think that's what it is. It's because my daughter was telling me about that.
Okay.
I want to hear KO, not TKO.
No, well, let me tell you something. If you saw the fight, brother,
I saw parts of it, and I'll tell you what, Santa Cruz got worked over, big time.
Yeah,
I haven't followed boxing in a while, but I caught a part of that fight.
Okay,
Santa Cruz got worked over. And I hate to bring up something we're going to talk about tonight, but I'm going to have fun with it. Santa Cruz got worked over worse than the Jets got worked over on Sunday at Arrowhead Stadium.
I don't even want to go that far. But definitely, I can see the correlation between the two. You know what I'm saying? And
I got much to do before my show tomorrow, but I figured I'd come on and have fun with you guys. And
brother, I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate this show. I've been a fan. I'm a long time fan, and I have to come on and drop something.
No doubt, man. And I got to give you so much respect for those kind words, man. And of course, the love is always returned back. You understand what I'm saying? So make no mistake about it. The love is always return back. So you already know that. You understand? Yep. So thanks for joining, man.
I appreciate you guys.
For sure. But that fight, like I said, this guy, man, first of all, Santa Cruz is like 32 years old. I knew
what the hell is he doing in the ring at 32?
And don't get me wrong. 32, you're not really, you're kind of like on the cusp of being the old guy in the ring. You understand? Because it's still young. Two or three more years, I can see this saying, okay, he's old as hell. You retire. Get out of here, you bum. No, but I'm just saying, bro. 32 is not that. It's cracking me up. 32 isn't.
I got old when I turned 30 because I wasn't doing what I love. What I love to do full time. That's how I.
Okay, I can respect that.
I didn't have one of these in front of me on a full-time basis. So
right.
When my 30th and my 40th birthday came and went, I considered myself old. Okay. Now on the verge of turning 50.
Yeah.
And my wife and I tease each other. My wife and I tease each other all the time because she'll wake up. I get ready to get going for my show, and she goes, "Wake up, old man! You got to work today."
Oh, man. Your wife talks to you like they're calling you old man.
You know what? She teases me about so many things. I haven't laughed this hard with anybody else in a relationship in many moons. I'm enjoying it until I take my last breath.
I hear you. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that at all. Where's my man Don? Let me talk to Don for a second, see if he watched this fight. Let me get his thoughts on this pay-per-view.
No, I didn't watch the fight, but listening to you guys, I should be on Jericho by now. Lord have mercy.
Oh, I'm really good. Then I should really date myself here. Can we get a little bit of Mike Tyson's super punch out? I'm really gonna date myself here.
You're gonna make me go to GameStop and whatnot, try to find that stuff.
No, I don't want the GameStop version. I want the full
original.
You want the arcade and whatnot. You want the machine?
Original one.
You want the original, huh?
Yeah, I want the machine where the guy was green and you knew when you got lit up because he got lit up.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I sucked at that game, man. I used to get pissed off. No, I sucked. I was horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know how many times I've cursed that damn machine out, going to the arcade and flushing? I kicked the damn machine. I got chased out by the attendant and stuff. It's ridiculous. Therefore, I would never enter a boxing ring. Never.
See, the attendant would have hated me because I would try to punch that sumbitch. I'd have left in handcuffs, but I would have tried.
Exactly. I'm sure you would have.
The good thing about hanging out with you guys is I get to feel young again. But
it's all good.
I got so entwined. I could never play Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man in the day room because that was my game. What do you think I would have more? I could.
See, I show up and I take the show off the rails by revealing how old I am, and I don't care, and I don't mind.
I don't want to go that far.
This stuff live.
I'm gonna send you a picture. I actually went and bought the Pac-Man machine.
No. Are you serious?
I'm gonna send you a picture.
God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you're the man. You're the man.
I was inches away from getting NBA Jam one. Remember the arcade machine? I ain't talking about no plug in your TV shit. I'm talking about the machine.
For sure.
And guess what, guys?
When wife and I get a new
together.
Look, when wife and I get a new place, she's already told me that she expects me to build my man cave with some stand-up machines in it.
There you go, brother.
I had to downgrade because we didn't want nobody, like anybody that came to visit, not to get off of sports, but we didn't want nobody on the bottom floor.
Right.
So I had used the upstairs room for my sports up. Slowly but surely, I took it down, made it a guest room. But when I saw Pac-Man,
forget about it.
You had to have it.
I guess
you gotta have
it. You had to have it.
The guests are gonna have to sleep with Pac-Man.
Exactly.
Either that or get a hotel. There's plenty of hotels in the area.
I'll go to sleep with Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm not gonna go to no damn hotel. What?
Super Pac-Man in the day back in Chicago, ate all of my allowance for the better part of 3 years because there was this shop,
right.
a couple blocks away from my house.
Right.
And when they brought in Super Pac-Man and mom and dad would stock me with allowance, it was over because they had penny candy. They had a plastic bag full of cookies that I can get for a nickel. The cupcakes and the ding dongs were $0.25 a piece.
Right.
Okay. So whatever I walked in with, I walked out empty, but with a full stomach and about 2 hours of playing Super Pac-Man.
Let me tell you something. You have $10, $20, you're good. $20, you're living like a king. You understand what I'm saying? You're living like a freaking king. There's no question about it.
And it's like I said, forget it. Back in the day, you had $20. You had people coming to you.
Exactly.
And the weird thing is when I got hooked on it, I was stationed in Germany. So again, you're in a different country. There isn't a lot of our stuff, but of course, our day rooms had our stuff. I never in my life thought I would ever play foosball. The little foosball machine.
Yeah. Oh, I hated that game too. I hated that game.
Listen, who the hell invented foosball?
I don't even know, but I hated that game. I hated that.
No game in the day room started more fights than foosball. We used to argue over who had next. You had to put your
air
quarter on
hockey
the machine to get next. No, but foosball, man, you put your quarter on the machine, you had next.
Right.
Foosball,
that's how you see when we had an arcade. We had 2 arcades on the south side. If you wanted next, you put your quarter on the machine and you stood in line.
You had next.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on for a second. Let me bring my man here. As you can hear, Bishop, we're not even talking about sports as of yet. We'll get into the boxing soon. I brushed on it briefly, but we made a quick left turn as usual. We're talking about video games in the arcade back in the day. You understand? Yo, let me tell you something. That foosball thing. See, I'm gonna reveal something about myself to you guys, and not too many people know. But I'm very uncoordinated.
Whoa, you coming out?
Shut up.
Whoa! Not here.
This is the damn comedy show now. Here we go again. Not even 13 minutes, and we're into the stuff. Here we go. So I'm
the Bishop lands the first haymaker of the night.
That's okay, because I'm going to get his ass back at some point.
It won't be the last haymaker.
Oh yes, it will. I got my defenses up. Okay, but I'm just saying, I am so uncoordinated with those games. It's not even funny. It's a rarity that I win. I used to be good on Space Invaders, Asteroids. That was about it.
Oh God,
and ice hockey. And ice hockey. Wait, hold on. What's that? Tabletop? Air hockey. Whatever.
Air hockey. That's how I am now. I can't play the TV, the Xboxes. And I grew up with 2 sons. And to this day, they be like, Dad, you need to get a system. And I'm like, I'm not that coordinated, no.
Yeah.
You know what?
A, B, backdash.
Dom, this is for you. When my wife and I talked about getting a game system, and we're going to eventually get a game system, she looked at me and she says, "What system do you want?" I looked at her and I said, "The furthest I got with game systems was Nintendo or Super Nintendo. I beg your pardon."
Mm-hmm.
She looked at me and she goes, "You didn't even try a PlayStation?" Hell no, that was too advanced for me.
Wow, man. I don't know how to
do that. What? I did because my youngest son lives in Fayetteville too. Mm-hmm. My oldest son, excuse me. So he has both systems. Right. And I tried to go over there and back button, B button, joystick. I'm like, no. You got a golf game? If you got a golf game, maybe I could boom. Other than that,
give me the simple up, down, left, right, shoot. Okay.
Huh. No, let me tell you something.
Can we get the simple? Can we get the simple matrix? Can we get the simple matrix?
I can't even do that.
Or simple instructions from the games of the '80s? Up, down, left, right, shoot. Okay.
No, we're in a different generation now.
No.
Here's what I know.
I can't do it.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's what I just said. The hell with this. I stopped playing games. All right, there's a baseball game called MLB The Show. Okay, there's many different versions of it. Go year to year. It got so bad for me. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna play because you could do manage mode, so you wouldn't have. That's how bad it was. I used to manage the game. I'm deciding what pitch the guy throws. It's not me. It's the actual computer. So I was like, that's how pathetic I was. I was like, I can't do it. I gotta retire. Right now, I can look at my PS4 and it's just sitting there collecting dust.
Man.
I'm just saying.
Goodness.
Yeah,
look, this is how far it got for me. My daughter is a game designer.
Oh,
and
okay.
She's taking classes right now, and she wanted my wife and I to test one of her game designs.
Okay.
And I love her dearly. I love my daughter. She drew the game out, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna need something complicated. We must have stood in our kitchen laughing for an hour, flipping a quarter, moving spaces with that quarter, feeling like we're playing Monopoly instead of some video game that she's designing, which she's going to show us when she's done with it.
Right.
I cracked up so much. That's the hardest I've ever laughed with my daughter. And she says, this is an important game.
Right.
You want to tell me why this is an important game? What the hell am I looking at here?
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on for a second, small man. Is my man frozen again? Is he frozen?
Is he?
Yeah. Yep. I think he's frozen. Yep. He's frozen in time. Oh well.
Get him, Bishop. Get him, Bishop.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll try, man. I'll try.
You know what?
I tried.
Since we're on the subject of video games, can we bring back Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, now you wilding out. Oh, now you wilding out. Now you wilding out. Now you wilding out. Now you wilding out. Stop that. I can't even co-sign that one. You wilding out, bro. There's no way. No way. I'm not doing that. No, you might as well.
You know those machines were like, they don't put them in the regular arcades. They put them in the in the grocery stores or in the stores that have. They put them in the grocery stores like way in the back.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna do that, you might as well bring back freaking Frogger. I'm like, come on.
Hey, listen, Frogger was the joint for a while. Okay.
I
think I gave our host a TKO with the Frogger.
Oh, God, Jesus! Wait, let me hear what the Bishop has to offer on that one. What are you gonna say, Bishop?
Let me have the Bishop.
I understand. I used to play Mr. Do for hours.
Oh.
You used to play what?
Mr. Do. Oh my God, I missed.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, you understand.
Mr. Do, Dig Dug. Lord knows
I remember Dig Dug. Okay.
I played the hell out of some Dig Dug, and I also played the hell out of some pole position.
I pulled out my PS2 for my daughter because I had on the PS2 I had the Barbie Horse Adventures where they get to choose different outfits for their horse and all kind of stuff. That was my first daughter. I bought like a whole bunch of games for her, and my daughter here was playing it, and I still got the game. I pulled it out of storage.
Right.
It works just fine. I was on there playing Mike Tyson Punch Out. I was playing.
Okay.
I got the arcade series. With Mr. Dude, Dig Dug, Gallagher.
Gallagher. I forgot. That was another good one. Yeah,
I was sitting here with my wired controller because my son got the wireless. Yeah, and they don't even give you instructions anymore with the games. You got to go online and figure. I'm like, where's the book? Where's the instruction book?
The price of the game doesn't include no instruction manual, bro. You gotta make it out. You gotta make it.
No, it doesn't.
$60, $65, and no instructions.
That's right.
I gotta go online and research this.
Yeah, we in a new era. We in a new generation, bro.
Yeah.
I pulled out the PS2. I had all the instruction booklets.
For sure.
And all that. They were looking at me like, what is this? Like, what did this come with the game?
Right.
So, yeah, it was crazy.
Right. Well,
if that's the case, I'm afraid to see my daughter or my son's look or my grandchildren if I ever bust out an Atari 5200 because I know they'll
work. That won't work on these TVs. No, that won't work on these TVs. The resolution is too high.
There you go, for sure. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
about
that's right.
Facts.
You're right.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You have to get an old school TV.
Yeah,
you got to get a box TV that had the full package.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't do it with a thin. You can't do it with a thin TV.
Nah,
not
you
these
can't.
thin TVs in 4K or how many pixels HD. You got to get the 13-inch box TV that had the volume control and the on-off at the bottom of the TV.
This is hilarious. I can't believe we're even talking about all this stuff. This is hilarious.
All the plugins, yes.
Oh my God.
HDMI. No HDMI.
None. Absolutely none.
Well, first of all,
if you go that far, you might as well go get you a VHS to go with it.
Oh, come on, man. Don't start that nonsense, bro. Well, I mean, first of all, who the hell is going to get one of those TV? They weigh like 500 pounds to try to get up the stairs or even try to get into the elevator.
Wait a minute. You remember the old TVs that used to stand alone in a living room that were about this high and they had the doors in front of it? You remember those? You had to open the doors to turn on the thing.
Holy shit.
And you know what we do? We buy a new TV. The old
put it
TV
on top.
Off, you put it on top of it.
It's like a stand.
Wait a minute. I cannot believe that we have just spent 21 minutes on video games.
Yep.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. This is unprecedented water.
And we're all laughing, and that is not a bad thing at all, considering the hell that's going to be what tomorrow is.
Wait, what's tomorrow? Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, that. Don't say it aloud.
Yeah.
Don't say it aloud because we don't want to jinx anything or anybody. Don't say it aloud.
I'm not gonna mention it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna mention it.
But let's get back to sports.
Oh goodness.
What?
Look who's back.
It's Max.
Yeah.
Look who's back.
I'm back.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll
What's up, man?
Are you
fine? You kept freezing on us.
I know. He must have defrosted very. You were standing by the microwave, weren't you? Defrosted and shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad.
You're using your phone, Mac?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna get back to sports. I'm sorry. My bad.
No.
Yeah, you're good now, Max 611.
Yeah, if you want to use your computer
right now,
turn your phone into a hotspot.
You see your shirt?
Stop.
You see your shirt? That's what's going to happen to you in a minute.
What? What's gonna happen to my shirt? What's wrong with my shirt? Oh, he's talking about
you.
Talking business. Put up a freezer.
Yo, stupid, man. That's hilarious.
I'm glad I have this.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
I need some as well. All right, let me get back to this fight. James? I said James Bishop. What do you think about the fight, man?
I think whoever set that fight up they don't love that dude, because that was horrible. That was horrible. At this stage in his career, Santa Cruz should be fighting like another similar fighter.
Right.
They can stand in front of each other and do knock 'em, sock 'em robots and bang on each other for like 11 or 12 rounds.
Right.
They should not have put him in there with that hungry lion who was walking through his shot. I'm like, something's bad is going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real. Damn straight line.
Because Santa Cruz was throwing what he thought were bombs. They were hitting, like he wasn't even trying to avoid getting hit. And I'm like, something bad is about to happen if this dude is walking in there and getting hit flush in his face. His eye was swollen, and he was just more determined to knock his head off. It's like Santa Cruz, whoever set that fight up for you, they don't love you.
Well, he got paid.
That's a career-ending fight, though. That's a fight
Hey,
listen, you're not the same.
Well, he had to take that fight and Gervonta is Gervonta. He got dynamite.
He didn't have to take it. He could have used COVID. He could have used an injury.
No,
he could have used anything.
But Leo Santa Cruz is a good boxer, and he's had a good career. So
yeah,
the best fought the best. He put his belt up, and Gervonta put his belt up, and
that wasn't the best
took
fight
his
in the
belt.
best. That wasn't the best fight.
He said you could have used COVID as an
exactly. I couldn't even believe that.
On paper, champions fought a champion. Isn't that what we want to see?
Dude.
But this fight wasn't it.
You put a lion in there. You put a lion in there with a lamb. He gave his best.
Wow.
He gave his best, and Gervonta just walked right through it. That third, fourth, fifth round, he was doing everything that he could to keep Davis off of him, and he just would not stop. And he just got more determined as the rounds went on, and it was just like he keeps hitting him with body shots. Them body shots was like buckling them over.
Right.
It's like, like who did this? Like this, the money has to be worth it because
it happens. When have you seen
Bishop,
Leo Santa Cruz?
Bishop, to follow your logic, that's retirement money. That's a retirement fight.
Pretty much.
That's a retirement fight. That's one where you take your ass whooping, like any small school going up against either Ohio State or Florida State or someone like that. You take your seed money and you walk away.
Like, you got to pay me enough to get this belt. That's fine. You're gonna get it, but you got to pay me enough. I'm not gonna be right after this fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you guys think that Santa Cruz won the first 2 rounds, as they are suggesting?
No. It don't matter.
It don't matter. No.
It don't matter.
Well, I'm just throwing something out there. Yeah, but you say no.
Those first 2 rounds, Santa Cruz got more gray hair than all of us combined.
Exactly. I got a lot on the chin here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
That's how okay. Since we're talking sports, I'm gonna think of the worst analogy I can think of.
Oh shit.
I'm digging way down in the barrel for this one.
Here we go.
This is that fight. The first 2 rounds was like telling. Let me think of a good one. That's like telling Chaminade they had a chance against Michael Jordan, James Worthy, Sam Perkins in North Carolina. On North Carolina's home floor.
I would think that's pretty bad.
The first 2 rounds were kind of respectable because his boxing pedigree was able to kind of like get him through the first 2 rounds.
He did knock Gervonta down.
But when
that wasn't a knockdown.
That wasn't a knockdown. That wasn't a knockdown.
Yeah, that was not a knockdown, Mac.
That wasn't a knockdown.
Okay.
But again, it's like once it was like an angry pit bull being caught in a cage. And it was like, he kept hitting him. He kept hitting him at angles. He kept doing the Santa Cruz thing, like catching him with like those shots that he couldn't see. And it was not deterring him from coming forward and aggressively coming forward. Not just coming forward, but coming forward with heat. And it was just like
Gervonta has dynamite in his hands, and hey, he dispatched the champion. And now I'd like to see him fight Teofimo. Let the 2 young lions fight.
Dispatch is an understatement.
Teofimo, I don't know.
No, that would be a good fight. They both 20 in their early 20s.
Yeah, but I don't see Teofimo unless Gervonta is gonna stand outside and just absorb his power. I think Gervonta is way too aggressive.
They're both power punches. I think it'd be a good fight.
But Gervonta is way too aggressive, and I didn't think he had a chin like that. But
Teofimo hits harder than Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I'm sure. But
he hits just as hard as Gervonta, so that would be a good fight to see.
Just something about this dude. When he kept getting hit, it's like he enjoyed it, and when his eye got swollen, he got even more aggressive. And I'm just like, I wouldn't want to fight anybody like that. That's not the money. The money's got to be really good. It's got to be really good. It's like, and Santa Cruz is like 33. Devontae is like what, 20 something?
20.
Yeah, 23. You know, it's ridiculous. I'm like, yo,
wow.
This is why I was saying that Santa Cruz is not going to be able to withstand Gervonta's power. You know, it's not going to go 9, 10 double digit round. It's not making it that far. After a while, the power is going to overcome him, and we see what happened. You understand? That was in the freaking 6, dude.
Santa Cruz is a tough dude. He's a tough dude too. But them body shots softened him up, and them body shots softened him up. And
you know what I mean? Exactly, brother. You know, I mean, come on.
The body shots, the body shots led to the knockout.
Right.
You land enough body shots, the opponent's going to be weary. And we're talking about a 32-year-old Santa Cruz, who is kind of weary to begin with, even in the first couple of rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tank just softened him up, and then 6th round comes, and
bam, that's it.
You know what happened? Leo Santa Cruz, he decided to try to slug with Gervonta, and he let him get too close. That's why he caught him with that hook.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake.
There was no way to keep him off him, though.
Yeah.
He was hitting him. When he started coming forward, he was hitting him. He was hitting him when he was coming from, he was chopping down, hitting up from the side, getting, he was hitting them, but it just wasn't doing anything. It was like, I can't get this dude off me.
Right.
Well, I can't get him off me.
It's one thing to hit somebody and constantly hit them. It's another when you're constantly hitting somebody and they absorb all of the hits, and they have that mental advantage over you as well. And they're saying to you, I'm going to get rid of you, and you can't do anything about it. You try your best to do something about it, which was Santa Cruz's condition. But by round 6, Tank said, all right, enough playing with you. Let's put this away and go home.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the story right there.
It happens.
Yep.
That happens. It happens.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Basically. That's what it is.
On to the next.
Which would be him and Teofimo, hopefully in a pay-per-view event. Hopefully not, so I don't have to stream it. I can watch it. Because you know how we do all.
I keep telling this guy, I said, why are you guys paying for, oh my God, why are you paying for cable? All these little end arounds and go,
whoa. The opinions and views of the people, federal laws prohibit
Lamar Jones, aka Angus Black, is a thief.
Wait. No, I am not. No, sir, I recant that. I am not a thief because I pay. No, I have a service that I have a service I pay for, and it's legal. And it's much less than cable. So wipe that silly look you got on your face off. Wipe that off right now. Okay?
Did you watch the fight?
Federal laws prohibit the distribution.
Now he using VH. He trying to use VHS law.
Yes.
Like the screen that comes on when you put in a tape and you get that FBI warning.
Yeah. Y'all are sick. I'm trying to put you guys up. Now pay your $200 or whatever, how much your cable costs. Yeah, keep paying that nonsense. I don't pay that. Okay? I'm not even gonna tell you the service I got. I was trying to hook y'all up. You know, I'm a man of the people. I'm trying to share the love.
You're a man of the people, and you can't tell that lie with that 2-foot smile on your face, okay?
I am
a man of the people.
You are a lawyer. That's what you are.
Oh, here we go. You know what? I'm not going to get into that. Here we go. I'm going to move on to the next topic. We're going to talk about. Shut up, Mac. This is Mac 611 right here. Will the New York Mets, like who cares, strike gold in free agency? Now, I didn't really. Oh, damn! Already, shit. He said no. Yeah, I don't blame you because I think the same thing. Mac, who is out there? Who's out there?
20.
20. They
really?
Need
Yeah, what do they need?
They need a Trevor team. I mean, they could get a Trevor Bauer. who's going to be
Come on, man.
Trevor Bauer's not going anywhere.
No.
They definitely need to go try and get JT
Real
Muto, but I heard he said he wanted to stay in Philly. But
why?
If you offer him the moon and the stars, maybe he'll come here. And they need to shore up the starting pitching. They need a real outfielder to play center.
They need a staff.
Hit.
They need a team. Like Snowman said, it's true.
Right.
They need a
freaking team. A staff.
Right,
they need a pitching staff because
I just said that. They need to remove Robinson Cano needs to go.
Should have never been there.
They need to play JD Davis and the other infielder. They need to
Jeff
play
McNeil. Right.
McNeil needs to play one position, whether it's second base, third base, or second or third. He needs to play one of those positions.
Right.
JD Davis needs to play second or third, and they need to get rid of those old guys and let them rock. And they need a real center fielder.
But you know what though? I know when I came on and kind of introduced this particular topic, and we were joking around and stuff like that, but I forgot that they have a new owner. This guy, Steve Cohen, he's a fan. He's a Met fan, and he's got money. You understand? So maybe I'm throwing a bone out there. Maybe he could be the difference.
Are you a Met fan or are you a Cub fan in disguise?
No, I'm neither, sir. I'm neither. I barely root for any New York teams.
You sound like one of those two fan bases. And I mean this in fun. I hear all the maybes and the maybe we can do this, maybe we can do that.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
You don't think so?
It's change the M to a J and you have your equal right there. Okay?
They aren't that bad.
Come on, man.
This is true.
Come on.
This is true.
Come on.
At least the Mets played for a world championship in 2015, which is very recent time.
And then went to the playoffs the following year.
True.
But now here's the thing. Come on, Snowman, check it out. Seriously. I hear what you're saying, but it's a different regime. You gotta when you throw hope out, in this case, it's legitimate. Now I joke around all the time about the Knicks. Hope springs eternal. That's my saying. Okay, in regards to Knicks and Knicks fans, hope springs eternal because, as we know,
don't get me started on the Knicks.
I'm just saying. But in this,
I'm saving the Knicks for Friday's show.
Okay, but I'm just saying, in this particular case, I can actually say hope springs eternal because we don't have any past with this new owner. You understand what I'm saying? So it's right now. It's in the present. So we have to see what he does. Right. Hope does actually spring eternal in this case.
Right. Okay. They brought back Sandy Alderson.
Okay.
What do you think? You think he can
help? I'm not gonna lie to you. I was never really a big Sandy Alderson fan, especially with the Mets. Maybe with the Oakland A's, I give him I'll give him a golf clap.
I'll use the voice of one of my favorite New York radio host who is retiring this Friday, the one and only Joe Beningo.
Okay.
When he talks of the Mets, one, it's hilarious because I'm laughing out loud when I listen to him.
Right.
And two, maybe this will give you a clue of where the Mets need to go. And he was talking about Noah Syndergaard.
Huh.
And he goes, because I'm sick and tired of seeing Syndergaard stink. Even though they won the game last night, to me, I'm happy, but I'm aggravated because this guy was terrible. And they can't live with this guy being terrible because, of course, because they have no depth in the starting rotation to the point that some guy, Wilmer Font. Who the hell is Wilmer Font?
Syndergaard doesn't stink. He's just always injured.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like I said, those weren't my words. Those were Beningo's words.
Right.
Exactly. And I better take off because I got to go to I got to go to sleep and get ready for tomorrow. So thank you, gentlemen, so much. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Later.
Have a good show tomorrow. Yo, listen. The thing about Syndergaard, it's a head thing. It's a mind thing to me personally because that dude, man, he's got it. No, really, this is real talk.
He has nasty stuff.
He's got it.
nasty.
He's got
stuff.
it, but I think it's up in his head because anybody that throws like 97, 98 consistently, and you want to lift weights and build your arm up to want to throw 105 and whatnot, there's something mentally wrong with you. There's something mentally wrong with you. Period. End of story. I think it's a head thing.
Also, he has to learn to not to be a thrower and become a pitcher.
That's what I mean too.
Thrower.
That's what I mean too.
And where does it leave him? He's always injured.
Again, mental. Dom, you got an opinion on this? I haven't heard from you in a minute. Is your stuff working?
Well, we say that all the time about these pitchers now. But look at the Mets glass as being half empty, where you could add some water, like R said, new ownership.
Right.
Y'all went right to the pitching. I think that's the last thing the Mets need to concentrate on first.
Okay.
Pitching. Because they have 3 quality pitchers, 3 quality starting pitchers. Matz, DeGrom, and Syndergaard. Syndergaard getting his head right. Matz is a great third starter. I ain't say he was an ace. He is a great third starter on any team. If they re-sign Stroman, whatever his name is, the guy that's up for free agency.
Right.
I think Stroman is gone.
Excuse me. That's a 4. But I'm just saying, if they did, I just think the Mets' last priority to me would be pitching. They got so many other holes to fill, hence the reason their pitching staff don't look as good as their pitching staff is. It's kind of hard, guys, when you're going out there and you can't give up 2 runs. That's really tough on a pitcher. You're going to go out there and give up 2 runs, 3 runs, and you're done. You're basically done. You're scratching your head saying, we might, maybe, but the Mets need to show up a lot of other stuff. Maybe get Didi Gregorius. Maybe he could bring that pop from the left side. And they definitely need center field. They tried a couple of different angles with their center fielder, defense over hitting over defense. And it really, both scenarios haven't worked for them. But that being said, new ownership, I haven't really dwelled into who's the free agents this year. I know Didi is.
Okay.
Because he only signed the 1-year deal with the Phillies, I think. So is there really to go out there and get? I mean,
you know what?
They're in a tough position, even with a new owner.
Right. I was hearing that they should go after George Springer. And what's he, a left fielder, right? Put him
from
in
the
left.
Astros.
Yeah.
Right. Put Nemo in center field and let Conforto play right field. But then you got JD Davis and Dominic Smith. You should trade Dominic Smith for some pieces. Get you a pitcher. Get you something for the future, like a minor leaguer, because Dominic Smith proved that he worked last year and this year, during the pandemic, he was hitting very well.
He was.
So his stock is high, so you should trade him.
Let me throw this at you. How about this? Let's say they lose out on getting Springer via free agency. I'm going to throw something out there and let me see how you guys respond. How about trading one of their pitchers, one of their starters?
Would you trade Syndergaard?
Yeah, Dom.
Or Matz.
Right.
That's a good point, because when you take a guy that y'all are talking about, Dominic Smith, most teams would look at him as, it's almost like looking at a Knick player in January, February, a team going nowhere, but a kid putting up decent.
Right.
You're always going to have in the back of your head, how is this kid going to be when we need him to shine? But the Mets' best bet, if they wanted to land somebody trade, they got to give up an arm. They always had to, because that's always been their strong point. Their arms have always been historically the key to the Mets' success. So you're right. If you really want to go after a trade, one of them got to go, and more than
one of them got to go.
Likely, it would be Syndergaard, because as much as we talk about Syndergaard, I think his stock is higher than anybody else except DeGrom, and I don't think the Mets will trade him. So when you look at that stat,
not after giving him the contract,
somebody would buy a Syndergaard.
Exactly.
He throws hard. He's still young.
Still young, exactly.
This is baseball, man. Baseball ain't the NBA. Yeah, baseball ain't the NBA. The salary cap means nothing in Major League Baseball. I will help fund the Kansas City Royals, but I'm gonna put a good team on the field. There's really no restraint in Major League Baseball.
No,
except
there isn't.
You help fund
really isn't.
shitty teams in the league. Yeah, so that's the best bet. Oh, you made a great point.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And to go back to what I was saying about new ownership, the Mets' previous ownership, the Wilpons always would. I was reading some articles where they would tell the GMs and the people who are running their front office, "Oh, we got X amount of dollars." So then they go and get somebody cheaper, or who they can afford within the constraints that were put on them. And then the Wilpons come and say, "Hey, we got 14 more million for you." And you're like, "Really? I could have signed this guy, but I signed him because you didn't give me no money, and now you're saying we got money."
Exactly.
So
stupid.
We won't have to worry about
Thank
that
God.
with the new owner because
Thank
he
God.
has a boatload of money.
Exactly.
And maybe the Mets can now be what we've always wanted them to be, which is you in a big city, you in a big market, buy like a big market team. And get those players.
Right.
Hope springs eternal.
You said hope springs eternal?
Yeah.
Their biggest problem is Cano. That's a lot of salary to carry.
He said
for a guy that's, I don't want to say like on his last leg. But
sorry.
There's a reason 37. The Yankees didn't want to give him no 10-year contract. Yeah, the Yankees didn't want to give him a 10-year contract. And this is why. I mean, you ain't getting those contracts no more. Cano might be the last of the mid-level dudes to ever get a 10-year contract. It ain't going to happen too much.
He was kind of old when he got it.
For real.
28?
No, he was still in his 20s. He was still in his mid to late 20s.
No.
He just got,
What year is he in this contract? He's in the 6th year of this contract? 5th year? I'll tell you.
I thought he was like 26, maybe 27.
What year was he? 20?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the late 20s. He signed that astronomical contract. And guess what, guys? The Yankees offered him the same amount of money with less years. He wanted 10 years.
Yeah, they offered him like 7 or 6.
Wow. Yeah.
They bit off more than they could chew with that, guy. And there's no coming back from it. There ain't no coming back.
Obviously.
Who are you going to get to take that contract?
First of all, Cano has always had a low motor. So he's 28, 27 going into that contract. 10 years, you 30. No, I wouldn't have gave him no 10 years.
The reason why he got the money, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. The reason he got that money is because of his bat. You understand? That guy, he had a swing. He had a sweet swing. You understand? Just a pure, it was just like beauty in motion, so to speak. You understand his swing?
Know what, He benefited from being in a really good lineup.
Of course. Not mad at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the cause he's dealt with. I'm not mad at that. I'm like, yo, okay,
I could bet 270 batting with Jeter, A-Rod, Posada, and some of the other guys they had when he was
man, don't hate the player, hate the game, bro.
Did he
don't
carry
hate
the
player, hate the game?
Did he carry the Mariners?
No,
he did not.
No, okay, but I'm just saying. I still say, don't hate the player, hate the game.
He wasn't a great hitter. He's a good hitter who was sitting in the middle of a good lineup. I'm keeping it real with y'all.
I hear you, and I'm gonna keep it real too.
Keeping it real with you.
Even with his stint in Seattle, guys, he's still a lifetime 303 hitter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're saying he's not a great hitter. I think he's more of a great hitter than he is a good hitter.
No, he's not Reggie. He's not A-Rod. He's not Reggie Jackson. He's not the straw that stirs the drink.
No, he's not. Okay. But is that his fault that they gave him the money?
He didn't have to.
And the years, is that his fault?
No, it's not.
Oh well,
I'd have took that money too.
Ah, there it is. It's not his fault, you know. And I'm not his lawyer either, so whatever.
Seattle was lucky to be able to unload him.
Right. You know,
you just lawyered up for him.
No, I didn't.
Those previous statements, that was all lawyers.
Nah, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. But I knew you were probably going to say something like that. I'm like, oh God, that's it. Here we go. You know. Well, with that being said, let's do a little moving on to the NBA and some NBA news. Let's kick that nonsense. All right, here we go. Utah Jazz. So, this is Bishop's favorite team, by the way. The Utah Jazz, they sold for $1.6 billion to tech entrepreneur Ryan Smith. I think he's an entrepreneur. What is that? Plantronics, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Qualtronics.
What is it?
Qualtronics.
Qualtronics. Okay, my bad.
That's the name of the company. He previously owned. He
sold
it for
so he sold it, and now he's bought the Utah Jazz. And I see the excitement on Bishop's face because that's his squad. I see the head shaking. No, I see it clearly. I don't know. I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest with you. I really don't care about this. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. I don't really. Yeah, I don't
you know
really
what?
What?
You know what? The Utah fan base was scared. The family, the Millers that own Utah, that they were going to sell it to somebody who was going to move the team. And
I mean,
he's a lifelong Utah Jazz fan, so he's not going to, and he's from Utah, so he's not going to move the team. And
okay.
And they got a good team. You know, they got a good coach in place. They have some good players. So,
I mean, I hear you. And that, while that sounds nice,
and they got a loyal fan base. It's Utah, I know.
And they're still the Jazz. And they're still the Jazz.
Right, exactly. I'm just like,
Utah.
okay, you know, they played. They'll get into the. They might get into the playoffs.
You're right,
Go to the second round.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sir Bishop. I can't hear you.
Yeah. We can't hear you.
No, please hold on.
I said this news, this NBA news is the equivalent of Friendly's firing for bankruptcy. Filing for bankruptcy.
Hey, I like Friendly's. I like Friendly's ice cream. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy.
I could care less about Friendly's.
Well, I can care less about the Utah Jazz. How about that? I can return fire.
No, that's what he meant.
You know, so with that being said, in other news, now here's something that this should be good. The Houston Rockets, they found their coach. They got their man, Stephen Silas, of course, the son of Paul Silas, NBA great / coach, and he's going to become the next head coach, Stephen Silas. Let's hear it. Yo.
Good move.
I like this move. Same here, Mark. I like this move because this guy has put in time in the NBA. You understand? And also he's been giving credit, okay, for certain players developing, like Curry, Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot a few other names, but that's just one example. So
Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker. Thank you very much. Thank you, Donka. Exactly. Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? So those are some other names as well. And I gotta tell you, he's gonna bring a different perspective to this Rockets team. Now, as far as will it lead to a championship? I don't know. That remains to be seen.
Well, they need to fix the roster that you can't win with PJ Tucker playing center.
Right. No, you can't.
You can't win with 6-7 guys playing power forward.
Okay.
And he's gotta get into James Harden to be less on the ball, and maybe he can help Westbrook and unlock him.
Yep.
I mean,
and
with the personnel that they have, I mean, I don't know unless something changes. You know, with the all season.
Rid of Clint Capella. They never should have got rid of.
I agree with you. Yep.
They never should have got rid of Clint Capella.
I agree. I agree with you on that. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Right. You know,
it's like never should have got rid of Clint Capella. At least at this point you could pick up two young bigs. You get rid of some of those 3-point shooters. You could pick up two young bigs that'll be able to get up and down. Might not give you a bunch of offense, but just protect the rim, get rebounds,
and run the floor.
I like what you said, Mark, about maybe he can unlock Westbrook so that takes James Harden off of the ball being the primary focus of the offense. He can still get his numbers. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it just changes how he gets those numbers.
Okay.
It changes how he gets those numbers and kind of like let them play. Because in the West, you got to be able to shoot. So I agree. They got some 3-point shooters, but it can't just be about the law of averages and shooting 53 pointers in a game.
Right.
That doesn't work.
No.
Yeah, and Bishop, the law of averages has always failed them at the wrong moment. For the last 3-4 years, they go down in a hail of missed threes.
It would work if the other teams didn't play defense.
Right.
It would work if the other teams, and as you get further in the playoffs, the coaches and the players, they're a whole lot smarter. That's why a better team, and they're able to neutralize the fact that you shoot 3-pointers.
Right. If you saw what Frank Vogel did with the Lakers against certain teams, he played his bigs. He played Dwight Howard. He played JaVale McGee. And then in other, against other teams, Dwight Howard's not a good fit for this series, so we'll play him limited minutes or no minutes and play small ball, which is what you should do. Use your whole roster. Yep. That's why you have a roster. That's why you have bigs. That's why you have smalls, and that's why you got wings.
Right. We're
gonna see. The Rockets can't win without bigs.
Right.
No, the Rockets are just a victim of their own circumstance. So now this football coach got to come in, and I'm not saying reinvent the wheel, because guess what? He's got to reinvent the wall with reinvent the ball without Morey. We can say what we want about Morey, but Morey knew how to go out and he got the pieces they wanted to try this Frankenstein experiment. It got them to where it got them, and that was it.
Listen,
there was no adjustments. There was no adjustment.
Morey did what D'Antoni wanted. He got him the players that fit his system.
Right.
He made trades. But ultimately it didn't work because D'Antoni's a moron. I have no problem with what Morey did as a GM. He did what you're supposed to do. Okay, you need this player, I'll go get that player for you. You want small ball? Okay. I'm gonna get rid of every big man we have, and you can have your small ball.
Which was a mistake. Which was a mistake, as Bishop pointed out earlier.
Like I said before. Right, but like I said before the bubble and before the playoff, the Rockets are gonna go down firing their bullets.
Yeah.
They're not gonna adjust. They're gonna go down firing their last bullet with what they put together. There was no medium with them. There was no adjustment. You either adjust it to us or we lose. If we can't adjust to y'all, we're going to lose. If you can't adjust, we're going to lose. I always said, it sounds bizarre, guys, but I got to give them credit. They went out guns a-blazing with the system they put in place, and they'll be the same Rockets next year, just with a different coach.
It's like Milwaukee. They played a certain way, got them the most games in the season, the best record in the NBA.
Right.
And when they play teams that are more equipped to defend them in a series, it's like, what happens? And it's like, to me, the Rockets are not a bad team. If they get a couple of bigs and those bigs are able to run pick and roll basketball and cut, that's a nightmare to try to defend James Harden off the pick and roll.
That's true.
Like a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
Or Westbrook.
Even worse with Westbrook. Even worse, because it's like He's gonna force you. He's gonna force you to guard him, and then he's gonna go by you. Not with his jump shot, but just pressing the issue.
Right.
And
right. And he'll get you in realize that he is also probably their best low post player on offense. Him and Harden.
Yeah.
Well, mainly Westbrook, because he'll get you in the low post.
Right. But if they got two big men, and they played hungry, got rebounds, blocked shots, protect the paint, and ran some pick and roll, get some lobs, they back in the hunt. They back in the hunt.
Right. Well, they got a new GM, new coach who is he's a good offensive coach. So hopefully, like I said previously, he gets Westbrook to buy into being a better point guard and play with a better IQ than what we've seen in previous years. Westbrook is a great talent. He plays 100 miles an hour. He needs to sometimes slow down and like Dom, right? And like Dom has said, we tired of seeing Harden dribble for 22 seconds and then he either jumps into the air to get a foul or he passes the ball to somebody and they gotta automatically shoot from wherever they at. And it's it's hit or miss with that.
Right.
Hot potato.
Yeah, but just imagine
the key, guy. Is he gonna change?
You know what I'm saying? Just imagine him in a more conventional
structured offense,
like offense, with him still taking threes, but just in a more conventional offense where it's like there's constant pressure on you to guard him. Like there's constant pressure on you to guard him. And it's like, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. For 32, that's a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now speaking of go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Will he change though? That's the catch, man. Is he
he's a ball player. He's a ball player.
Change.
He played like that. He played. Go ahead.
He didn't want to listen. He didn't want to listen to Mikal, and they got Mikal up out of there. Is he going to listen to Paul Silas's son?
Well, if you look at where they've been, what happened to them, and where it led to ultimately, all of those seasons, it's like, dude, you average 34 points a game. You should be playing in the Western Conference Finals. You should be, you know what I'm saying? If every night you're giving teams 34 points, and he's not a bad shooter. He's not a bad shooter. It's like, you could get those same 34 points, be
with less shots.
Be conservative with your shots, get to the free throw line, be a problem like that each night, and you don't have to exhaust yourself. You don't have to exhaust yourself. And those nights when you really have a mismatch, then you just go berserk.
Well, that speaks to D'Antoni, who he said on record, I'm gonna run him till the wheels fall off. And we see Harden usually plays the most minutes in a season. Yeah. And so does Westbrook. So that speaks to that coach and his mismanagement and his not being able to switch it up. He coaches one way, and that way it leads to wins in the regular season. And it's cute to watch during the regular season. A lot of points will be scored.
He said it's cute to watch.
And ultimately, you go home in the second round because dudes are worn out.
Yeah. Yep. Well, speaking of that guy, former coach, nice little transition there. Speaking of that guy, if you didn't know, now you do. The Brooklyn Nets, they hired Mike D'Antoni as an assistant to head coach Steve Nash's coaching staff.
And also Amari Stoudemire.
Well, I can't leave him out. I forgot about that.
And also I'm mad at this dude, Nia Long's fiance.
Damn. He don't even get his name announced, really?
Nah, that's Nia Long's fiance. I'm pissed at him.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Really, dude? You can't even announce his name, dude?
I can't pronounce it.
Oh, just say that then. Just say that. You know what I'm saying?
What's his name, Bishop?
Udoka.
Yeah, see, I ain't saying that.
Yeah.
Because you had a crush on Neil Long at first.
So did I. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
I do. But
no, I thought he was catching feelings.
I did.
Exactly.
I did. You know? He gonna be in Brooklyn with my boo.
But you live in Queens. What do you care?
Oh,
God. Shut up.
What do you care? You're in a different fucking borough. What's the issue?
But you know what? I give him his props. He is a good assistant coach, and he's been grinding. And I'm giving him his props now, though. But
yeah,
he's a legit good coach.
Okay.
I don't know about Amari Stoudemire because Amari wasn't the most astute player. He played mostly off of his athleticism, and really his IQ wasn't really that high. And he even admitted that at times.
Damn. Well, here's something. Isn't there a little rift between those two, between D'Antoni and or wasn't there?
Yeah, they didn't get along when they were on the Knicks.
What the hell do they think? Let me tell you something. See, this is where I'm going to lose my shit.
Who?
Okay.
Stoudemire and D'Antoni?
Yeah.
They didn't get along when he was when D'Antoni was the coach.
I didn't catch that one because they were together in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. The issue with them, I think with D'Antoni was he wanted more players that could shoot. He wanted more players that were fluid offensively. And when he coached the Knicks, they weren't really that fluid offensively. So and Amari was like hurt. So he really didn't fit into what D'Antoni wanted to do. And it was like, okay, dude, I represented for you in Phoenix, and now we get here, and you talking this like,
right,
you're talking in the native dialect right now,
right?
And it's like, like what's going on here? You know what I'm capable of. You know what I'm capable of.
And then Amari proceeded to throw D'Antoni under the bus. He said, publicly, he said, "Yeah, I didn't learn how to play defense and some of the fundamentals while I was in Phoenix." Who's he talking about? He's talking about Mike.
Mike D'Antoni. Exactly.
That's on you, dude. That was a little Mitchness, because it's like, dude, that's on you. Like, you didn't want to play defense. You were only busting your ass to get back on the offensive end. But you wasn't busting your ass to get back on the defensive end.
Right.
So it's like, that ain't on D'Antoni that you're not playing defense while you're out there. Now, I will tell him, it's like, okay, so what kind of player development are you gonna do when it's like wasn't he out of high school?
Yeah,
I think so.
You out of
high school.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, out of high school.
Yeah.
He bounced around from high school to high school.
Right. If he had issues, then
he had bad knees.
Yeah.
Listen, he was a 6'11" athletic guy who, once his athleticism left him, he was no more a viable player. Because, we take a look at like Derek Coleman, Chris Webber, Rasheed Wallace. Those guys, once their athleticism left them, they still were effective players because they had well-rounded games. And Amari never had a well-rounded game. Lobs, dunks, and maybe he'll shoot that little 10-foot jumper.
Right.
That was about it.
He didn't have a drop step. He had no post moves.
No. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Just this really, like I said before, I'm gonna get ready to lose my shit because I'm pissed off because this is just fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. Just when you thought there was hope, here comes the fuckery. Okay, did anybody talk to each other and dig on any fucking history between these two on the same coaching staff? This is just mind blowing to me. I'm like, what the hell's going on? What are you doing?
Steve Nash tried to hire every dude he played with. He asked Dirk. Dirk was like, "Nah, man, I'm chilling with my African queen. I can't roll with you."
No, but even without the riff, I know. Still trying to understand. I know. Even without the riff, I'm still trying to understand what player development is Amari Stoudemire going to do, because they're big men. Like, he wasn't really a good big man.
Right.
He played off of the guards. He played
Right.
off the guards. Like he ate off of Steve Nash and Stephon Marbury at a certain point. That's what the highlight of his career.
Right.
And like you never had any like guard skills. You didn't have any shooting. You weren't like one of those like transitional like big men that were ahead of your time. Like you were cut to the basket, athletic. You developed a 10-footer after your knees got jacked up.
Yeah.
You developed a 10-footer when you played with the Knicks, but that was the extent of your range. And it's like you. And when Carmelo came, it was just like, yo, you were forced to take a back seat because you didn't have the skill set to shine like that. So it was like it wasn't like I'm letting Melo eat. No, you have no other choice.
I am gonna eat.
Right. You have no other choice. Like so what player who's he gonna develop? Who's he gonna develop?
This is gonna be a shit show.
He wasn't a great rebounder to be 6'11" and that athletic. He gets 8-9 rebounds a game.
Well, that's not bad. I'm just saying that's not bad.
He should be getting
not bad on defense. He was always out of position.
Only averaged 6 his whole career, if that.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
And Melo,
what Dom just said.
Melo playing small forward.
Right. He was always out of position defensively.
6 is fine.
It don't matter. He was 6. He was 6'8", 2 something. Come on, no more alibis for Melo. He was 6'8", 2 something, and he averaged 5.5 rebounds his whole damn career, and 1.8 assists. Come on, the alibis for him are over. Let's move on. He's not a Knick, but I kind of like somebody in the Knicks brass. I mean, the Nets brass is blessing this for a reason. What that reason is right now, I don't know. But that being said, they have the talent. They have the talent. What are all the experts gonna do with that talent? That's the catch 22. Or are they just surrounding Nash with likable people that he knows to get him over the first year and a half, and then the Nets will step in and develop a real staff? I don't know, guys, but I'm not going to just shun Amari because he's Dr. Frankenstein. You know, he's got to bring something to the table.
You know what, Dom?
We got people that, what about all the development gurus we have in the NBA that haven't done jack? How many development gurus have we went through with the Knicks, to include Obama's brother-in-law, Dr. Doolittle, Frankenstein, and they didn't develop jack, but they were supposedly, development gurus. Really?
Oh, holy shit.
Give the guy a chance. I just think they're putting him around likable items.
I hear you.
The Nets have taken a page out of the Knicks playbook. There's a lot of big names over there.
A lot.
A lot of big names.
I wouldn't even say that.
But no. They got on paper, a lot of names.
Listen. On paper, they should be a playoff team, right?
Right.
But there are egos involved.
They will
Kyrie, KD, Dinwiddie, those guys, and what's my man? They all
Jordan.
got those egos. Is Kyrie going to listen to the coaching staff? Is
KD
right? Is KD not going to do what he did in Golden State, where he feels, I ain't a part of this team. They don't really like me. DeAndre Jordan called me a bitch.
I
don't. It could be great. It could be great, or it could be a dumpster fire. Is Kyrie gonna realize that he has to defer to KD? He has to.
Well, the problem that I think the Nets have is they have a bunch of like mixed match players. So yes, they have a bunch of talent. What they got, when I say the only thing that the two stars have in common, because you can't tell me that they like winning, because they were in winning situations and they left those winning situations.
Yeah,
right.
So it's not that they like winning. The only thing the two of them have in common is they both are jealous of LeBron. So that's their bond. That's their bond.
I never thought about it. Hey, I love that.
That's true. They have in common.
I never thought about it like that. That's true. That is true.
And you get two jealous guys, you put them together, then they're gonna be jealous of each other. And it's just
they're gonna clash.
Yeah, if Kyrie have a good night, or if he having a good run, then like you said, KD's gonna be like, well, why did I come here? You know, I'm a 3-time, you know, this or MVP, Finals MVP, and so forth and so on. Or if KD is shining, if KD is shining, then Kyrie gonna go out of his way, and then Dinwiddie is there. Then Dinwiddie and LeVert, they've been through it together, so it's like, okay, well, it's us against them. Like we've been here, they just got here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's just so many things that's gonna come into play here. It's like again,
it's crazy.
I've seen some funny things. Go ahead, Bishop.
I'm saying that you take two guys who are in the ultimate winning situations, and they saying the right things. Like, I just want to win. I just want to play. I just want to play for a title. I just want to play for a championship. I just want to win some championships. Yes, you were in a position to do that. You were in a position to do that, the two of you, and you left those situations because one of them, the other guy is getting more attention than you.
Right.
And then in the other situation, Steph Curry, even though I'm the man, I'm getting the Finals MVP. Steph Curry is still getting all the attention. And we both ultimately don't like LeBron because he gets the most attention out of everybody.
Right. Well, KD is a funny dude because you went to Golden State. Team beat you in the playoffs. You went to them, and then you said, "I don't feel like I'm part of the I'm not part of the group." You're a professional. You still salty off of Draymond calling you a bitch.
Yep.
So do we feel the same way about Kawhi Leonard? I'm just saying, do we feel the same way about Kawhi Leonard?
What, not liking LeBron?
How many good situations has he left? He left the championship team.
Huh? He left two good situations.
Yeah.
Well, this is not about basketball.
Traded him. Huh?
Those, I think, weren't basketball. Those weren't like the Spurs thing. That was a personal thing. And
whatever the case may be.
The Toronto situation, it's like, I won a championship here, but I was never intending on win, lose, or draw. I was never intending on staying here.
Right.
I was never. If they won another championship,
so what's the difference?
I still
really none.
No. I'm saying he didn't make the move. He didn't make the move because he doesn't like LeBron. Is what I'm saying. The two of them, that's what they have in common.
I'm just saying, what's the difference in?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I'm saying, other than that hypothetical, nobody liking LeBron, what's the difference with Kawhi Leonard? He left the championship team. I'm just asking, why are we giving him an alibi and we're so dead set on what Durant and Irving did? You're stuck on the jealous of LeBron. Okay, if we check that box, what was Kawhi Leonard's story?
So that Toronto championship, that wasn't anything that anybody saw. So
no,
let's be honest. No. Nobody saw that coming. Yes, we won it,
but it happened.
Great.
It did.
Yes, we won it.
Great. Right.
It did. Right. Okay.
Nobody picked him to win the chip. Nobody picked him to win the chip. Nobody picked him to repeat. Nobody picked him to repeat.
He also fit what they do. He fit them very well, and everybody was able to play with him and offer him. And Toronto looked great with him.
Okay. Yo, let's do a little bit more NBA news.
To buddy up with his buddy and.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel you, John. I feel you.
With Paul George, but I feel like it was different though. The circumstances were different. Like these dudes, again, it's like if you telling me you want to win championships, the two of them talk the same talk. Kawhi is just like, listen, like I just want to be able to play when I want to play. I want to be able to, manage.
I want to do my load management.
Right.
Yeah, I want to be in a situation where I can do that. And I also want to go back home. I want to be in warm weather. Toronto was way too cold, and I want to be in warm weather.
And the taxes.
Right. It's like I had a good run here. I like you guys or whatever, but I'm not really going to resign. So focus your efforts someplace else. I can respect that.
I hate to try to be the Kyrie Irving lawyer since I always talk about him. But do you think maybe he felt that way about Cleveland? A dead end city. This guy who I can't stand, who Bishop thinks I'm always jealous of, we can see the hand right on the wall that he's going to leave after that contract. I need to get up out of here. Because guess what? Kyrie was there when they were the Cavs. Remember? When they couldn't get out their way. And we saw that.
And he was going to leave when it's
Cleveland again. I need to get out of here.
Kyrie was going to leave if they didn't get LeBron back. He was going to leave Cleveland when his contract was up.
And so was LeBron. So why should he hang around?
Right.
Remember, he was on that Cleveland between LeBron coming and going and coming and going. Remember, they couldn't get out their own way. Why do I want to be stuck here? And I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, if Kawhi Leonard could do it, Kawhi Leonard won a championship. I'm not saying he had to stay in Toronto. I'm just using your analogy of guys in a winning situation and leaving in a situation.
Right.
Okay. But understand, Kyrie made statements. Kawhi Leonard didn't make the proclamations that Kyrie made. And Kyrie, throughout the journey, there was still like a little bit of like animosity and hate that you could see. Yes, I'm riding. He didn't like the fact that when LeBron came back, he was the top dog when LeBron wasn't there. Yes, he was the top dog, but they weren't going anywhere.
Exactly.
And then LeBron came back, and the city pretty much embraces him, and it's LeBron's team again, without question. Now,
as it should be.
Right. In every year that the two of you played, you went to the final. You went to the finals. Now, again, it's like, okay, well, it's still Cleveland. You guys went to the finals. If this is about you staying in a winning situation, it's like when you left Cleveland, you still made statements and you still came out and said little slick shit that kind of like, was kind of like little shade thrown at somebody who got you to the finals every time.
And then he did a mea culpa and said, yo, bro, I didn't know.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
I'd have hung the phone up on that fool.
That's the good free. But that's the good free get out of jail card Kawhi gets all the time because he don't say nothing. Some of us are trying to figure out he speaks English. He don't say nothing. So for them, that's a good thing. He don't do the Kyrie, but again, he did the same thing. He left the championship team.
I agree with you, Don.
On a whim.
I agree
with you.
And then
he gets his buddy. And he gets his buddy Paul George. How did that work out?
But they both wanted to go home.
Right.
They both went.
I'm just bringing up a point.
Play in LA.
It wasn't like Toronto. It wasn't like
Kyrie
Toronto
went
was
home. Well, as close to home as he could get.
It wasn't like Toronto was a juggernaut. So stop. It wasn't like Toronto was a juggernaut. No, it wasn't like they were a juggernaut.
They've always
and they were going to be coming out the East again. They were going to be coming out the East, and they were going to be competing for another championship. That wasn't the case. It was right time, right place when he was with Toronto, and everything fell into place because in all actuality,
when was the last time the Lakers went to the playoffs before this year?
Either Philly or Milwaukee was supposed to be coming out of the East, but it just so happened that everything fell into play the way it should have, and Toronto did everything that they were the most consistent in the playoffs. So it wasn't like they were the juggernaut team. They were just
not even consistent. They escaped Philly.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. They were more consistent in the East because it was supposed to be either Philly or Milwaukee coming out of the East. And
well, anyway,
it wasn't even like that next season. That next season, if he stayed there, it wasn't like that next season they wouldn't get bumped out.
Right. All wanted to move on, and he couldn't move on for like 15 minutes. Okay.
Basically, I'm like, just listen. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's all good. No, it's all good. Listen, this exhausts yourself.
I'm not sorry.
We already know that. What else is new?
Make
what a surprise. He's not sorry. Oh my God. Listen, the Philadelphia 76ers hire ex-Rockets GM Daryl Morey as the president of basketball operations, and also GM Elton Brand winds up getting an extension. Mac, you had said something. I think it was on social media, and it was to the effect of, how's that gonna work, especially with bringing in new coach Doc Rivers? How is this gonna work between the three of them? Everybody knows their role, but can they be, cohesive, so to speak?
Right. Hey, Doc Rivers is the coach. Elton Brand is the GM. And he's got the least experience out of the three, because Doc Rivers has been a president, GM, and you have Daryl Morey, who's done a good job as a GM. They're gonna have to do this in a collaborative effort, and people's egos are gonna have to take a back seat, and maybe because Elton Brand has made some bad decisions in Philly. And maybe Daryl Morey can bring some balance to the equation.
Okay. That's very good. That's a very good statement right there. It makes a lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I know Dom is a big time favorite of Doc Rivers and whatnot. You know. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah,
he got to turn the camera back on.
Yeah, my man. Yeah.
You need to see his face for this.
What are some of your thoughts, bro?
The good thing about this, though, guys, believe it or not, other than Elton Brand, the bogus contract he gave out, everybody knows their lane now. Doc, you're the coach. You ain't involved in no player movement. We'll let you know when we're going to get somebody, but your record in doing that was shabby. So, and guess what? To me, guys, Elton Brand kind of got over like a fat rat. I'm just saying. He gave out two humongous contracts to two, I guess you would call them role players. One kind of over the hill role player. They're going to be for 4 years. But the good thing about Morey, he knows how to move pieces. He might be able to get out from under one of them, Horford or Harris, and try to go in another direction, because that's 50-something million, almost $50 million between them two guys for the next umpteen years. And they're basically I like Harris, don't get me wrong, but is he a 20-something million a year player?
Yes. In this current NBA, yes.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. If you think what I'm saying, if you think about how the coach, because I think when they put this team together, they were initially thinking that it would be like that first unit and then that second unit. So they would always have scoring on the floor. They would always be a problem in just about every position except the guard role. They would always be a problem. With that first unit or second unit. That's why I think the Al Horford thing came about. And then with the Tobias Harris, yes, he would get in where he fit in with Embiid and Simmons, but then in that second unit, he would be eaten, because he's just that good in a half-court set. But their coach never utilized them in the right way, and then they didn't have that point guard to balance out to level out that starting unit, and that's where the dysfunction happened. And then you get the coach
guys playing the wrong position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have. They didn't have. You got Joel.
He is in a 3. He's really a 4, but he could play the 3. And Horford isn't a 4 anymore, which was when he was in Atlanta, that should have been his position. He's a center now. And Joel Embiid is at center, so
he wasn't going to be out there starting with Embiid, though. He would have been in the second unit.
He should come off the bench.
Yes,
But you overpaid him to come off. You paid him $140 million to come off the bench.
Ridiculous.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
You understand?
Because you didn't want the Sixers to get him. You didn't want the Celtics to keep him. That's how that all happened, guys, if y'all remember.
Right.
Yep.
It's like, they went into it thinking, well, we want him, so they don't keep him because we might play them.
Exactly.
Again, you can say all you want. But these are the cards. Well, I'm just saying, is Tobias Harris and Al Horford worth $50 million? When you had other holes to plug, you got rid of Richardson, you got rid of Redick, you got rid of your shooters.
But they didn't get rid of Redick. They just they let him leave. They could have they should have kept Redick and gave him. Right. Yeah.
Sorry. He was sorry.
They should have kept Redick and gave him.
Didn't they get rid of
$15 million? Yeah, they traded him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he didn't fit what they had. He didn't fit what they had
above the coach, and you don't have no perimeter shooting. You got rid of all your perimeter shooting. Just those three guys: Redick, Saric, Richardson. Three of your perimeter scorers. Which in Bishop's world, if they weren't on the first team, they bring depth to the second team. But you got rid of all of them, and you go out and get a 6'10", 54-year-old for $24 million. And then you overpay somebody because you let everybody else go. I mean, it was a shit show from the top to the bottom with that.
Right. They should have signed one of those guys.
At least.
No, I mean, when they signed Tobias Harris or Al Horford, they needed to just sign one of them. They didn't need to bring both of them there.
Well, I think if they would have got they'd have got a legitimate point guard, then all would have been well with the Sixers. Outside of Joel Embiid eating himself out of shape and Ben Simmons getting hurt, it's like, he's gonna continuously get hurt if he's trying to play that point guard role. It's too much it's too much wear and tear on his body for no reason.
Leave Joel Embiid because he going to all them African restaurants in Philly.
Jesus.
Leave him alone because he in North Philly getting chicken wings and beans and rice and all that good stuff.
You forgetting the Jollof rice, the Jollof.
Yes.
Gotta try that stuff.
I mean, it's not like they didn't have point guards. They had point guards and they just let them. They had legitimate point guards that they could have kept that were serviceable point guards.
Right.
And they let them go.
Yeah.
They let them go. It's just like, dude, how much would you have had to pay for the little dude that's in Dallas now? Trey Burke.
They had him.
Yeah, they had him.
Yeah.
They let him
go too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to pay him much, and he would have fit right in that first unit.
That's right.
Right in that first unit, and then you get a duplicate of him for the second unit.
Right.
And now you got legitimate. You got a legitimate first unit. You got a pretty decent second unit, but they just, for some strange reason, kept sticking with this, like Simmons being the point.
Right.
And
how about this? This just came to me. Fred VanVleet is a free agent.
Oh God.
Will he fit on Philly?
Free agent.
Too much money.
No.
Too
much money.
I give him $85 million.
Yeah, they blew out the water,
20 a year.
So wait a minute. You say Van Vliet would fit on Philly? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they need a shooter.
I don't know about that.
Between him and Simmons, you have enough ball handling. And
the problem with that, I think, is I think he has to have the ball. He has to have the ball too much. A lot of his shots. He gets a lot of his shots off the dribble, and that requires him. And it's like, so who's gonna be standing around watching him shoot? When you got Joel Embiid, you got you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's gonna work with like some of these guards like Trey Burke. I'm just trying to fit in the league. You know what I'm saying? I don't require a lot of money. I don't require a lot of TLC.
How about Steph Curry's brother?
Oh yeah, he would fit in there. He would definitely fit in there.
He's scrappy. I like him.
Okay. But is he a conventional? He's not a conventional point guard, though. Yeah, but he
can shoot. But he can shoot.
Point guard. Mm-hmm. Are you looking for a point guard or?
How about that?
Yeah, I know that. Son? Yeah, and this is why when I started out, maybe. Mm-hmm.
Then we having that different conversation.
How did you? This is why I started out saying. Yeah, but this is why I started out saying Elton Brand's lucky to have a job. Because when you look at all the pieces he let go,
right,
and signed,
facts.
He's going to bed and I said, Lord, don't let me do nothing else. Let me just collect the check. Let Morey try to show me how this is done. Right. Because I forgot. Me and Bishop talked about months ago. How the hell did they let Trey Burke go for $1 on the donut?
So really? Dom, he put away his burner phone, which is his connect to his Instagram models.
Oh Lord!
Either that or he got another burner account. I don't know, guys. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
He's lucky to have a job.
But you know what? I think Morey will come in and stabilize the situation.
Yeah, I think so too.
And fix what they need fixed.
Exactly. It's not a bad move.
You need a couple of point guards for that first unit and that second unit. I got you. You need point guards that are serviceable, that don't require a lot of money, that's just gonna be happy to play on a premier team.
Exactly.
Right. I got Philly finishing in the top 3 next season.
Okay.
I got them finishing in the top 3 next season.
Okay. I feel you, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
In the East.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad.
I think the Sixers.
Please pass what you smoking to me.
I think
the Sixers, really, son?
Dude, really?
They might. They got enough. I think the Sixers have a better chance of getting rid of Harris than they do Horford.
Nah, I see
Harris got a little more tread left on him than Al Horford.
But he's not the problem, though.
Toronto, Philly.
You never know. That's not bad.
He's not the problem. He's not the problem.
I see in Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, and then Philly.
I think what you'll find out. What you'll find out, because when I watch,
I don't know about Milwaukee.
Wait a minute. Are we forgetting Miami? Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Even with Philly playing as crappy as they played this past season, whenever they played the Milwaukee Bucks, Joel Embiid guarded Giannis.
Yeah,
you realize that Joel Embiid guarded Giannis.
I saw it.
And it's like, so I gotta think, like, if Doc Rivers gets him focused and gets him playing the way he's supposed to play, then
get him
Philly
in shape.
Philly is a problem for every team in the East, even Miami. Philly's a problem for them.
Okay.
Because
we're gonna see
who guards Embiid, who guards Simmons.
That's interesting, Bishop. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Hopefully they play in a bubble because the Sixers couldn't get out their own way on the road. So hopefully they play bubble.
Let's see.
They have
no
all that talent. They won as many road games as the New York Knicks.
Oh God!
But that speaks volumes about the coaching.
I don't have that much faith in Doc Rivers. Okay, I don't have much faith in that coach either. So.
Let's see.
I wish them the best, man. I'm not a hater. I wish them the best.
Good Lord, this dude just threw another interception.
Who? Daniel?
Danny Dimes.
All right. Well, you know what? Let me. Well, since you just brought up the NFL.
By 2 points.
Oh God. Okay. Let me just hold. Let me. Since you brought in NFL, let's get in that lane for a few.
Oh no.
It's getting late. Yeah, I have to. I have to. The New York Jets remain the only winless NFL team as they suffer an embarrassing 35-9 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. And right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, I love it. I love it.
Oh, did you see the trade? Did you see what the brother did after he got traded?
Yes, I did. Yo, let the people know what the guy did, please. That was hilarious.
Yo, the Jets traded Avery. What's his last name? What's his last name?
Is it Williamson? I don't think.
Yeah, Williamson. They traded the linebacker Avery Williamson to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he went out. I guess he photoshopped it, but it looks like he's standing in the middle of New York City catching an Uber, and underneath he's got the caption, I'm going from here, going from the outhouse to the penthouse.
It was funny. But dude, I'm actually happy at this. I'm happy. And as you guys know that I hate Kansas City.
You do.
But I was so happy to see this. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember I told you I would not watch football, but I had to see this game. I did have to see it. I had to stop my band and I had to watch because I was just so hoping that Le'Veon Bell would toast these cats left and right, up and down, all around town. It didn't happen like that, but he got the win. That's all I care about.
Yeah, and he made some positive plays.
He did make some plays and whatnot, but I'm so happy to see this, So now the Jets are at 0-8. My advice, Trevor Lawrence, stay in school for another year.
Yeah, young man, please stay in school.
Yeah, because this franchise doesn't even deserve
go get a master's degree.
Something. Because this guy doesn't deserve that. The team doesn't deserve
it. Do it, Eli Manning.
Yeah, you could do. I mean, you could force a trade, but like I said, stay in school. Stay in school. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to the Jets because they're trash. They don't deserve a guy like that.
Trade the pick to somebody who really wants me, and get some other stuff for me, but I'm not coming.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? And really, here's the thing too: the Jets are stupid because even if you do wind up with the number 1 pick, you understand? And you might want to be tempted to be, let's say Lawrence wants to, declare himself draft ready, right? The Jets are stupid. What you should do is trade the pick anyway. Right. You understand? And get more picks and possibly fill up some holes that you got. And you have many.
They got 1,000,001 holes.
Exactly. So use the pick, trade it, get in a whole boatload of shit of picks, and try to plug those holes. But that's a whole different story in itself.
Yeah, but I think what you guys fail to realize, about the Jets, is that they're consistent. They're a model of consistency.
You got that right.
And
I told y'all the GM is he couldn't fire Gase outwardly because the ownership, for whatever reason, likes this dude. And he said, "Okay, I'm not gonna sign any big name free agents. I'm not gonna draft what you need."
Let me just say this real quick. By the way, people,
and you see that trading, he's getting rid of people. Go ahead, bro.
By the way, people, in case you missed it, when my man Bishop was talking, we got a Mac 611 original, DJ Groove Killer,
That's because I don't like him.
Wow.
Because he tried to play me earlier. I'm gonna make him tap out.
Wow. Okay.
No, I'm just playing with you, bro. Go ahead.
Damn, dude.
My apologies. It's all love.
That's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up.
See what it is? You see what it is? He's trying to come in between. That's all it is. That's all it is. You see how you like to instigate stuff? Yeah. Listen, that's how ugly people do.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I can't even follow up with that one. I'm sorry.
Uppercut.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that.
Me and him been going at it since '83.
Uppercut.
Yeah, I'm just wow.
I can't stand him.
Yeah, sure. I see my man Dominic. He's reconfiguring his setup there. But again, let me get back to this Jet thing, man. Yo, let me tell you something. They're just like Dom, just like Bishop was saying, man. You was gonna say something about a model of consistency. Mm-hmm. You understand that they are consistently bad across the board. Across the board. You understand? Personnel, player development, whatever. Take your pick. They are consistently bad across the board. You understand?
What's the last player they developed?
I can't even tell you.
That takes work.
Was it, who?
That takes work. I said that takes work.
Right. To be consistently bad like that, you're damn right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You right on that, Bishop. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. You know, so 0-16 is looming. That's just what it is. You know, I know I got nervous one week. What was it, against Buffalo? I was like, okay, what are y'all doing? I was like, what are y'all doing? Now I'm talking about Buffalo. I was like, what are y'all doing? I said, don't, please, God. As many times I'm on Facebook, go Buffalo, and y'all gonna fuck this up for me. Don't do it. You understand? Real talk. I was like, don't you give this team their first win ever for this season. Are you fucking kidding me? You know? So
did they play the Dolphins yet? Did the Jets play the Dolphins yet?
I think they did play them once.
Oh.
Did they?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
They own 8. It don't matter. They lost that game anyway.
Yeah, if they did, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think what's his name? I don't think Tua was playing. I think it was Fitzpatrick against them. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta go back and check. You know?
Yo, they started off good on offense.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, but you're only getting field goals, man.
I was getting ready to say that. 3 field goals. And then they got 40 yards the rest of the game.
It figures. They're horrible. You know? So
why is Gay still coaching? Why?
I don't understand that.
Who are you going to get to come in at this point?
Anybody.
The defensive coordinator. Let him take over the reins.
Yeah, so what difference is that going to make at this point? You might get 2 games.
Maybe you might, because well, is it me or is this guy? I forgot the guy that's been calling the last 2 games. And I know what I'm going to say.
Starts with a D.
I forgot his name, but the I forgot his goddamn name.
Logan something. It starts with a D.
Okay. Well, this guy Logan, he's been, and I know it sounds crazy with the Jets scoring 9 points and all, but he's been pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's been trying to diversify the offensive attack. I know it sounds crazy. It does. Maybe it didn't garner the results it should have or could have possibly with 9 points instead of 14, 17, or 21. I get that at the same time, but I'm just saying you could. To me, you can see a little bit of difference in the offensive attack. You can.
Right.
So that seems like what you're trying to say is so they had a fight and at least they scratched.
At this point, it's an improvement. Yes.
They got beat up, but at least they got some scratches in there.
Exactly. Because normally they would the opponent would come out unscathed. So yeah, getting a couple of scratches in is a bonus for them. You know, at this point, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Mahomes threw an underhanded flip for a touchdown.
I know. That shit was so funny. I was like, this
to Bishop. Yeah. To Bishop's point, who do you get to come in and replace him? I know it sounds like a joke, but who cares? Because now you become such an utter embarrassment letting this dude do this.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough rope where he done hung half of New York City. I mean, and parts of Jersey. So you can get R and Mac to come in. At least you're showing we can't do this no more. We can't even watch this no more. We watched it last year. We watched it this year. He done ran numerous players off the team.
Right.
It's again, who cares who the coach is? You're still going to get the first pick. Just show that you don't want to tolerate this nonsense no more. I'll give you an example. The Knicks couldn't get out their way with Fizdale, but they kept watching it. But at least the Knicks said, "Nah, you got to go." You got to go. We made a mistake. Shake hands, part ways, take your contract, and get the hell out our way. We can lose without you. At least we're not going to look like an utter embarrassment saying, how are you letting this happen? It's like somebody coming on the line, and they're cussing every other word, and you don't cut their mic off. I mean, the
I'll do that. I'll do that anyway, but okay.
His mic off, his mic, his hat, his headset. I mean, just get him out of here, man.
Well, then that would be essentially me, because I'm the one that's always cursing. You know, and I'm not muting my own mic.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It was just an analogy.
I dig what you're saying. I'm just messing with you. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying, brother, for sure. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous with this team, man. I'm just, thank God I'm not a Jet fan. I don't understand how. Good God, how can anybody in the fucking world be a goddamn Jet fan? I just don't understand that. Do you not see?
People are into S&M. They like being abused.
Holy
they are in an abuse. They're in a super abusive relationship with the Jets.
God,
just
how do you understand that? I just don't understand. How do you stay a Jet?
Even Fireman Ed had to leave.
Exactly. That should tell you something right there. Fireman Ed had to leave.
The good thing about me being a Jets fan is I'm really not a football fan, so I'm just watching this from afar, saying this is bizarre. Come on, we talked about this last year,
dude. Week after week, what is?
So I'm really not appreciating all this hurtful language that you guys are using, because I'm a diehard Knicks fan, and people say the same thing about the Knicks.
But it's true,
Christian.
Exactly. I'm good. As long as they don't hit me in my face, I'm good. I can take body shots.
But you're taking those shots though. You know what I'm saying? Being a Knicks fan,
yeah,
you are taking those shots, bro. Come on, man.
I try to rationalize it. I just I can't let go. It's intoxicating. I just can't let go.
Oh my God. So you talk about me being
into that. He into that.
You know, as a matter of fact, the last show, this guy, Mr. Bishop there, was teasing me about being in an abusive relationship. And I'm like, no, sir, it is you. You that are in the abusive relationship.
That's how I recognize the signs.
Shut up.
But I think Bishop likes to be slapped around.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Talked down to.
It wouldn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? That's all good. It's all good.
Imagine being a Jet. Imagine being a Jets and Knicks fan.
No way.
That's why I can't wait for baseball season. We can talk trash about the Yankees all we want. But guess what? The Yankees are going to at least keep me interested for a whole season.
Exactly. They're going to have
they'll make a run to the playoffs, and they'll put a good product on the field.
Right. Exactly.
There you go. That's you know what? You want a championship, but at least you're in the running. You understand what I'm saying? At least you're in the fucking running.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, you can't say the same with other teams, you know?
Weird. But as a fan, again, I've seen enough Yankee World Series in my lifetime. But as a fan, all I want is for you to stay competitive, keep me interested.
That's it.
Have me hang around. Okay, if my heart gets broken in October, all right. The only painful thing is when my heart gets broken in October, here comes the Knicks. Oh,
right.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, wow, what a consolation prize. But they are going to make
it ain't much. That's
playoffs this year.
We're gonna see. We'll see. I'm gonna hold my opinion on that one. Listen.
Well, you think about it. If you think about it, the major problem with the Knicks last year and being in the Eastern Conference, you don't have to be really good to make the playoffs. You just have to be consistent. You just have to be consistent in what you do, and if you're consistent in what you do, you'll be good enough to win like half your games.
Okay. All right, that's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment.
The problem, the problem with them over the last few seasons is they haven't been consistent enough to win the games that they're supposed to win.
Right.
If you playing a team that's worse than you, like you shouldn't be losing to a team that's worse than you. Like you should be able to dump on somebody.
Yeah.
They did on Houston before the pandemic.
But it did.
You got those games that you're not supposed to win that you win, but you got to win all the games that you're supposed to win.
You're supposed to, and that's the problem. But that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
and it's I
gotta tell you, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dom. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was going to say, and in some cases, especially with Fizdale, there was a lot of close games that Fizdale is on the sideline in the B-boy stance, and you can't even get the ball inbounded after calling a timeout. You watch all the Knicks games when they had like 2 or 3 wins and all the blunders, and that's why I say in a season, Thibodeau himself will get you wins with his X's and O's, his basketball savviness. Fizdale had none of that. So we started out in the hole, and there he stood watching this ship sink, and just stood there, you know, like he was one of the boys.
You know,
I'm like, how are they allowing this shit?
I watched about 10 games with Julius Randle. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, I left. The game was over, and I was just like, I was angry because I'm like, yo, you didn't even get a good shot, and you ran a play, like you wrote up a play, like you didn't even get a good shot. Like this dude turned the ball over.
Because Fizdale didn't have an offensive system. It was basically whoever get the ball, go do what you got.
Yeah.
See, the thing that kills me, you know what I'm saying, is the fact that you know the reason why I can't watch these just like you guys have talked about games that they should win, teams that they should beat and whatnot. It's kind of hard to have optimistic thoughts running around in your head about this team when you're watching teams that they can beat and players, you know, the opposition, the players, they're not supposed to be that good. Going out there and having career nights and setting personal team records against this team and at the Garden as well. The fuck?
That's because. But I'm saying
most guys know they got a night off.
But I'm just saying that's because you're not good enough to be consistent at what it is that you do every single night. If it's team defense, if it's running the offense, if we average in 95 points a game, then we got to stop you from scoring more than 95 points.
Exactly.
We always going to score 95 points. I just can't let you score more than that. So that 95. Means that I'll be better defensively.
Right.
And they never held anybody accountable for defense. Julius Randle, for as many shots as he took all season, 3-pointers, all these, yo, dude, you always in the wrong position on defense. You're always in the wrong position. Then sometimes you would have a kid from Kentucky out there, and it's just like, how is he supposed to learn how to play when, like, you and every single time you in the wrong place, and then he's in the wrong place, and now you got it's like, and then nobody's holding anybody accountable.
No,
nobody's holding anybody accountable. So you lose games to teams that have worse records than you, or you play a team that the eighth man comes off the bench and lights you up for like 10 3-pointers. He got 30 points, and it's like, who is this person? Like, who is this person?
I've seen that.
What's funny is I had my job. One of the clients that we had, he was one of those guys, and he would tell us, "I'm about to light the Knicks up tonight." He would send emails.
So wait. Now that's comedy right there. Hold on. So he would tell you in advance that he's gonna light the Knicks up?
Yeah.
Wow.
The running joke in the office would be, "Yo, such and such is coming tonight. He gonna light the Knicks up."
Wow. That's
that guy that plays. I think he plays for the Sixers now. Mike Scott.
Yes.
Y'all never heard of Mike Scott? Mike Scott.
Yes, tattoos all over him.
I swear to God, he was Jerry. I could swear to God he was Jerry West, because every time he made a name, the only reason I remember Mike Scott is because he kept lighting the Knicks up. I'm like, who is this guy? And after so many games of him lighting the Knicks up, I'm like, okay, he's not a household name, but he just did this last week to you.
Right.
So that
and then where's your boy?
When you talk about guys having career nights, whoa.
Oh, my man on the Rockets at the time?
Chandler Parsons.
Chandler Parsons,
he
exactly.
owned the Knicks.
Yeah.
I'm saying you got a 15-point lead with 3 minutes left in the game.
Right.
You lose the game.
It's
you got
crazy.
a 15-point lead. So at this point, in the fourth quarter, it's just clock management.
Right.
It's clock management.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just clock management. Like, you don't even have to be a great team. You just got to manage the clock. And then you wind up losing the game by like 7 points or something like that.
It's ridiculous with them. It's ridiculous.
I remember watching Mike Scott, like one game in the fourth quarter. I think he must have hit like 7 3-pointers. And I'm like, yo.
When he was on Atlanta, when he played for Atlanta.
Yeah. He must have hit about 7 3-pointers. And a couple of them like, yo, like what's going on? Like, is somebody paying this dude? Like, what's going on? Like, he was like catching it and just throwing it up there from anywhere. And it was hitting the net.
Can't miss, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. Yo, let me just bring this one. Mac, as my apologies to you.
And nobody put a hand in their face.
No. Nope. Mac, my apologies to you. I'm gonna skip this other topic. We can save that for later. I'm gonna get into this last one, so if you don't mind. All right, still in the NFL lane, even though we talked a little bit of basketball real quick. Will the Giants general manager Dave Gettleman be fired soon, or will he remain as team? According to league sources, the team is seen as slowly improving.
We were talking offline earlier today.
Right. Yes.
And we were talking to people on Twitter.
Yes.
Basically, there's a couple of rumors out there. One rumor says if they get smacked tonight, which they didn't get smacked tonight.
Are they winning?
They're losing now. It's 22-17 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
So 2 more interceptions to go.
If they got smacked around, Gettleman was supposed to get fired. And then there's the other report that says, no, we didn't say that. Actually, the team is doing good. We see improvement.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to go.
You may feel like that. I may feel like that. Bishop may feel like that. And of course, Dominic may feel like that. But the thing is, if you really look deep down and be kind of like just
analytical and observant.
I wasn't gonna say that. Objective is
objective?
what is being objective is what I was gonna use. If you're really being that and you're seeing that they're not like how the other team that they share MetLife Stadium with, okay, and how they're playing, at least they remain in games. You know what I'm saying? At least they come to play. At least they put up some sort of resistance, unlike who they share their stadium with.
What's their record?
You understand? So maybe it's not a slam dunk that he gets fired. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't get blown out by Tampa Bay tonight. It's only like a 5-point difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he might actually
have been close.
Exactly. He might wind up staying. It wouldn't shock me. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't get fired, I'd be like, okay, I see it. I get it. You know, based on their play. See, you're saying that on some personal shit. You're saying that on some not that I'm mad at you, of course. Don't get me wrong. But you're saying that, to keep it real, you're saying that on personal shit.
Offensive line is still horrible. They have no playmakers on defense.
But they're still playing. They haven't given up. Even with their record, they haven't given up. You gotta give them credit. You might have to give them a credit.
They still losing.
You may feel like that, but there's others that don't. Yeah, you drop your phone.
What's their record right now?
Yeah, I dropped the phone.
What's their record right now?
1-7.
Their record is what?
1-7.
Yeah.
How's it 1-7? We're not even
1-6.
Okay, yeah.
1-6. Excuse me.
Soon to be 1-7. Okay.
So that's seven games.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they got 9 more games left, right?
Right.
Right.
You win 4 or 5 out of them last 9 games and win the damn division. They still got to play the Eagles, the Cowboys.
You know what? Not for nothing. He's correct. Not for nothing. He's correct.
How would the experts say it? They're not mathematically eliminated.
Exactly.
Considering who they still have to play.
Right.
Right. And they got a couple of divisional games left.
Yeah.
And say that happens where they make the playoffs, Dom. They get smoked in the first round.
Okay. He's still saved.
Hey.
He's still saved.
Hey.
He's still saved, dude. He's still saved. Yeah, he's still saved, no matter what. He's still saved.
And I'll be unhappy.
Well, you and maybe many other Giant fans will be unhappy as well. But the bottom line is, dude, they just like Dom basically said what I said. They've been competitive. They haven't been blown out. The games have been close.
And Danny Dimes is Kirk Cousins, Eli Manning 2.0 with his picks and fumbles. He threw 2 tonight.
Okay.
And they're still only 5 points behind.
Right. With about 4 minutes left.
Don't worry, he's straight for at least 2 more.
Even with 4 minutes.
Not in 4 minutes.
One more. Yeah. He got 1 more in.
I would think they wouldn't even want what's the name out on the field, so I could see a 3 and done. A 3 and done.
God.
Ball back. Then he gets the ball back and throws another one. It's like, him and Cam, they're doing that same training.
Bishop, let me ask you a question, man. Who is your team, by the way? Is it the Giants?
I'm a Giants fan.
How did I know that? How did I figure that?
I'm a Giants fan. I keep it real. I keep it New York.
And you know what? And I respect that, brother.
New York, win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. I'm New York. Yankees, Giants, and the Knicks.
I don't know if I could co-sign that one, but I respect you. You know what I'm saying?
I take it in the face all the time, but hey.
And you like it too, don't you? That's just how you like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the views and opinions on In the Paint. The following views are not actually represented by In the Paint here. Okay.
Yo, he set me up lovely for that. That was the best lob ever.
Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, do you realize who's on the line with you right now?
I had to get him.
So in other words, he want to have consistent Wi-Fi. And now he want to talk. He's like, it's been like 2 months. And he finally able to be on the call,
right?
Consistently, and now he want to throw shots.
Right.
Remember, I can mute your mic, man. You better
see how that is.
Ain't gonna be too many Wi-Fi jokes.
You should have went. You should have went to your phone a long time ago, Mark. I mean, it looks so clear.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
The phone is hot though.
So put some gloves on, or take a paper towel, whatever you need to do to make yourself actually fluid.
No, that's not what I mean. The phone keeps sending me a message, and I'm hot. It's gonna turn off in a minute. So
oh Jesus!
I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Where are you at?
Flip top. He just upgraded from a flip top.
Bro, yes, I know where you live at in Charlotte.
Didn't we have this conversation before?
Right.
Didn't we have this conversation with Mac before about iPhones? And guess what? When I flipped, I didn't want to go back inside and get my other iPad.
Right.
So I flipped to my phone. My phone ain't hot.
It ain't hot at all. Nice and cool, isn't it?
What kind of phone is that gives you a message just getting hot?
He got that cheap.
Look at it.
No, he don't even the Samsung is the king of Androids. He don't even have that. What do you got, Mac?
None of your business.
I can tell you. Okay, he don't want to tell you. He's ashamed of a good reason. He has a fucking LG. Who the fuck has an LG, son? I told him about that shit. I told him about that. I said, why are you?
They make refrigerators and TVs.
Exactly. Yup. I have a microwave, a built-in microwave as an LG.
Bro,
it's pretty good.
I'm trying to tell this cat.
He's like, signing off. I'm signing off forever. Goodbye.
I told this dude.
LG means.
Yo,
God.
I told him.
We're gonna do a GoFundMe.
Bro, exactly. I was like this. I said, yo, Mac. I said, don't get no LG. Nah, son. I'm gonna get the LG. Yeah.
He got the LG. He got the LG with Sprint. He got the LG
hell
with
no.
Sprint.
Hell no. I hate Sprint.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I told this cat, man. I said, don't do it. Don't do it, Mac. See, here's the real issue.
LG stand for
Life's good.
LG. I didn't know they made phones.
Exactly.
No, they don't. I'm telling you, they make refrigerators.
Yeah, except on their phone.
Let me tell you something.
I didn't know they made phones,
Dom, I offered him. I said, yo, I got an extra iPhone, son. I'll sell it to you. He's like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
He sounded like that.
He did.
He sounded just like that. Yo, you listen to him imitate you, yo. You don't let him do that. You don't let him do that. Nah, I'm good.
And I just if I'd have known that, I just gave my iPhone. I just gave my iPhone 10 away. I didn't even sell it. I just gave it away.
Wow.
Oh, you're crazy. Yeah.
He's insane, bro. He's insane.
What did he say?
Yeah.
He said, Tom was like telling you, he said, I just gave my iPhone 10 away.
No, what did Max say? What did Max say?
He was like, nah, I'm good.
I didn't say it like that.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, he did.
No,
yes, he did.
Was I rubbing my beard like this too?
Hell yeah. Yo, he's like, nah, I'm good. I was like, Negro, are you you're not good. Not with that, man. Get rid of that shit.
It's giving you messages saying it's hot. It got a microwave chip in it. You got the same chip you got in your microwave in that phone.
Mute his mic, please.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
I hate all three of these.
Hey, Bishop, you gotta give his phone some credit. At least it's telling him it's hot instead of just blowing up like some go gadget machine. Oh, what is going on? Now you got me touching my phone.
611, I'm telling you right now, turn me off.
Oh man.
I'm telling you right now, turn me off.
I'm done.
Oh my God, I'm up here crying, man.
I'm done.
I never even heard of that. Like I never even heard of that.
Holy shit.
Like,
man.
I hate all three of you.
Well, you do it to yourself, bro. Come on. I mean, really? This is it's like shooting fish in a barrel, man. I'm like, yo,
trying to set yourself up, yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, bro. I said, I can't even.
It ain't like
I said to the dude,
like we said. It ain't like we. It ain't.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it ain't like we're watching the screen and we see his phone smoking. You said the phone's getting hot. That's kind of weird.
I said to this dude, I said to you, I said, yo, stop lying. I said, do you have the Ethernet cable? Yeah, I got it. I said, okay, plug it into your router in the back of your computer. You be good.
It's like, son, yo, I'm good, son. Yo, I'm good, son. Yo, I can't be running wire from my neighbor's apartment.
Anyway.
I can't be running wires from my neighbor's apartment. You tell me I can't do that no more.
Holy shit.
Anyway, let's move on to something else.
Breaking the Starbucks at night, man.
Max 611. No, when they tell him it's getting hot, it showed a little flame emoji.
We're gonna change Max 611. We're gonna change his name from Max 611 to Max 911. Danger.
Exactly.
I never heard of that shit. Man,
okay.
I'm sorry. iPhone first generation is better than that.
Oh man. Yo, y'all are killing me right now, man. Oh my god. Yo, I gotta end this, man.
Video call. You trying to do a video call phone?
Max,
I don't do that.
Holy shit.
Little smoke signals.
Okay, I'm starting to feel bad.
I'm gonna buy Max one of those little fans. Get you one of those little fans, Max. Sit it behind your phone. You know, like how confusing.
No. I saw a commercial, like a little cooler. It was like a little water bottle thermos that you put ice in it, and it fans off cool air. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, full mess.
Yeah. Listen, talk about. I gotta end this.
Sideline of the football game.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, I gotta end this. So I gotta end this. Man. Let me stop. Yo, that got me feeling sorry for his brother, man.
We love you, Max 611.
Goodbye.
Listen, thanks for listen. Hold on.
We care.
Exactly. Thanks for tuning in. Dom, thanks for coming in. Let me get the hell up out here. Hopefully, I'll see you guys Friday. I don't know about tomorrow night. We'll see.
Wait,
peace, y'all.
Huh? What happened? What happened, Dom?
Before you guys go, I'm gonna keep checking every day after these podcasts, and I'm gonna keep going to your Facebook page, and I'm gonna keep telling people where you at. Where you at?
All right,
people?
Brother. I appreciate.
Okay. We appreciate that. We've done that before
on Facebook. Yeah. Start putting out hits on people.
Listen, people, if you like the comedy here as well as the sports talk, go to our YouTube channel, In the Paint Media Group, and also just if you like tonight, come back. Ours incapacitated with laughter. Follow us on Twitter at the real Max 611, and let me see what's.
You better get this right, Negro. You better get this right. You better get this right.
And real R Jones, and follow us on Twitter in the paint media.
I actually felt sorry for him.
I love you.
Listen, I just came to talk about sports, and I had on my shirt.
No, you didn't.
And you started with me. So, listen. I just want to say, I didn't mean to hurt nobody's feelings and nothing like that, because I work, and I work.
No, you didn't. You came here with an abrasive attitude. I'm gonna come to Charlotte though.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm to Charlotte real soon, son. I'm gonna see you.
Yeah, come on down, man. Enjoy the real life.
I'm gonna really see you.
The good life.
I'm gonna see you with a hug and a beer.
Exactly.
That's it. We out. Take care, folks. Thanks for giving to the dish. Peace out.
Peace out.